Hey, what's good, my people? Welcome back to BVN Boxing Voice Notes. Today, we're talking about one of the biggest fights in British boxing history, for many years anyway. This is the overly anticipated, it's gonna happen, it's not going to happen, AJ, Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Now, if you've been following talkSPORT, Simon Jordan, Eddie Hearn, Dana White, we would have seen all the dramas about where the fight's going to be held. You got Tyson Fury popping up at the White House saying that there's a big announcement to be made, no announcement. You got Eddie saying that contractual agreements have been made and the fight just can't be anywhere and it's not going to be with Dana. It's all a little bit crazy, really. All a little bit up in the air. But one thing that has happened, so this is like breaking news right now. His Excellency, the man, Turki Alalshikh, has come out and said he'd love the fight to be in the UK. And he actually wants it to be in the UK, but he needs some demands, or shall I say, some commitments to be made for the fight, if it's going to be at Wembley, to be at an international time. So obviously we're looking at about 3 a.m. Now, one thing that we have to remember is, although Turkey is a lover of the sport, there is the international market. There's a global boxing scene. And think about all the massive boxing nations. So we got the USA, obviously we got Mexico, we got the South American side of things. The time is really important if this fight is going to be worthwhile. When we look at the economics, where he's coming from by wanting to get it on at a reasonable time so that we can get maximum viewership, therefore maximum payouts, maximum money. But this is a little bit of a tough one because there's many sides to it. Originally, I was a fan, been based in the UK, and these being two British fighters, of having the fight at home, because I think the British fight fans deserve to have the fight at home. And I'm sure many other people feel the same way. But then to make it massively commercially viable, and I'm sure if you know Turkey, Dana, Eddie, obviously Frank Warren from Queensberry, these are people who are all out to break records. But then you also have governmental rules. So there's many different sides. Should we be breaking rules to have a massive fight? I know it is going to increase the economics of the benefit massively. The fight cards are going to make massive amounts of money. The undercards will have bigger purses, so this is better. Is it better for boxing? Debatable. So it's a little bit all up in the air. Do we want to see this fight in America, in Vegas? Yeah, it's happened before with the Mayweathers and the Pacquiaos, and you know what I mean? Is it time for us to put our foot down and say, if it's going to be a massive British fight, we want it on British soil? Or do we let it go for the commercially viable option? So time will tell. One person that has been incredibly quiet on this, and I'm sure you've all noticed, is AJ. AJ's not really said much on the matter. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think the fight should be in the UK? Do you think it should be over in the States? And who do you see actually winning this fight when it's all said and done? Do we think we have a Tyson Fury who is now a shadow of his old self? AJ always seems to be coming back, but obviously his last big fight was in defeat to Dubois. We did see AJ, obviously, in the fight with Jake Paul, but could we really call that a fight? You know? So it's a little bit of a tough one. Obviously, Joshua's got to face off a Prenga, who's an unknown. I know he's got a good record, but he's still an unknown. He's not really fought anyone of note. And I've seen Furies to be fighting a Welsh. Mark Welsh, if I've got that correct. But it's also unknown. These are just more of glorified spars, if you ask me. And I'm sure Simon Jordan my old friend from talkSPORT will agree. But anyway, let's see how this plays out. If you have any comments or any thoughts, let me know. Signing out, Boxing Voice Notes.